known players to shine, and some players who, you know, maybe think that they should have been ranked to get a warm-up right before the main event starting tomorrow. But for our first set to kick this off, we got Machu, taking on Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor going to be piloting the Kazuya because, of course, I guess. And Machu, a player that I'm a little bit more familiar with than McGregor, hailing from Canada. I've seen him play quite a few times. But Kazuya, you know, you're never happy to see a Kazuya whose name you don't fully recognize, but you're always happy to send him straight into the blast zone.
Yep, pretty easy, especially for Rob. Over the course of Smash Ultimate, we've seen time and time again that is just one robot that does not want to go away, and Kazuya in trouble, managing to at least get some ground going onto the recovery.
I mean, this is exactly what you have to do against Kazuya. Don't give him a chance to do anything ever, because if you do, you could get hit by electric up smash, you could get hit by gates of hell, everything could go wrong, you know, your family could leave you, we don't know. Bad things happen when Kazuya hits you.
Oh, now that we're actually seeing a lot of the percents actually kicking in, Rob is doing a tremendous job, like you mentioned as well, last. As soon as they feel like they are in danger, they're trying to take those stocks as soon as possible, and that's exactly the strategy that you want versus the Mishima.
Yeah, but Machu doing a really, really good job of keeping Kazuya at bay. You saw that right there. As soon as Conor McGregor went for the dash-in grab, he immediately backdashed and then tossed down that gyro just to keep him away from me. Don't want to deal with it, but you do have to be careful of, I think it's called Typhoon Kick, the reflector one. I can't remember the names of all the Kazuya moves.
Tsunami Kick.
Tsunami, right? It was some kind of storm. But the reflector, if you get hit by a full-charged laser or a gyro reflected by Kazuya, it gon' hurt. Won't matter for this game, though, because that's going to be it for game number one. Very comfortable by Machu.
Yeah, might have been a tsunami kick, but he was hit by a major tidal wave, and the name of it is Rob. Pretty simple game. Definitely, Roberto Robato.
He is one of the perennial answers to a lot of the meta, or one of the perennial members of the meta, for good reason. He's a strong character. He's got a strong kit, and Machu demonstrating this here, and he's already in top 32 of this National Arcadian, so the farther you go, the better it feels before the main event kicks off tomorrow. Now going into game two, I didn't see what stage they picked, but okay, this makes sense, because obviously you're going to ban out FD, and then I would imagine he probably also banned Kalos, and then, you know, this is the next biggest flat stage that you can go to is Kazuya. Makes sense.
Yeah, up close and personal, especially if you want to get those combinations in early and try to build some momentum at least to get one game on the board. But we're seeing the grabs are being efficient, and we are seeing that first electric, but Kazuya is not finishing up those combos, and it's costing them a lot.
Yeah, you saw it right there at the very first combo of the game, right? Especially on that middle platform at low percent, you have to be converting off of your electrics, but Machu just not letting it happen, and now continuing this offstage pressure that he did such a good job with in game number one. Tries for the gyro hit, tries for the down air, but he's even then still got Conor McGregor stuck at ledge, but it's going to be his undoing because Conor gets behind him, gets the electric into the up B. Machu not going to fall too much behind, though, because this was a big killer earlier, but the mix finally succeeds, and Conor's able to get away from a Rob down throw without losing his life.
Yeah, exactly the position that you want to be in if your Kazuya unfortunately actually loses the rage due to taking more than 40% damage after getting that activated, but already surviving at 175.
Oh.
Stay spiked for the KO.
Yeah, even with the weak hit, it sends you up, and so you hit your head right into the bottom of the stage. Gotta tech those if you want to be surviving moments like that, and Machu was able to get rid of that stock despite dropping early without too much extra credit on the board, and you know, you don't want to be falling too behind against a Kazuya, because then they just start going for silly stuff.
You give them an inch and they will definitely take a mile and 3 stocks to close out the game. So, again, Kazuya just trying to go into pursuit.
Uh-oh, speaking of which.
Starting to heat up. We are seeing Kazuya starting to show some really aggressive and consistent play.
Yeah, he tried that a little bit earlier, I think, like halfway through the first stock. Tried to get the crumple off the side B on center platform, but Machu didn't fall for it. The second time, though, you're super duper dead. Maybe dying here, too. Machu has to go for the up air instead of the fair or the bear that he wanted, and gets right over that side B, chased all the way into the corner. 3 down tilts and a down smash. Your order is ready, sir.
one of the best moves in the game last and actually tried
Which
to move
one?
themselves. Down tilt. Down tilt. That down tilt is exactly the one that we were talking about before. Tsunami kick. Tsunami.
That was a lot of damage, too. I think that did like 40%.
Big laser now, 110%. Final stock for both of these players, trying to push him on the edge. No second jump anymore. You're going to have to recover. IN! That seals the deal for the robot one more time. And Rob apologizes to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, there are no canned Irish apologies going on here. Not from Machu, not from Rob, as he's going to, not comfortably, I would say. Game 1 was very comfortable. Game 2 started to get dangerous at the very end there. We'll probably see on the replay before a little bit longer. Barely got over top of the side B from ledge, and then landed with the back air, and that's what set up for that final KO. But if that side B had hit, there's always a chance that Rob just dies to it. Yeah, we're seeing the edge guard right here. And yeah, you can't try and drift away from that. Rob's got too much movement, too many options at his disposal. And that's just going to be a nice and comfy set win for Machu. Moving on, repping Canada pretty well in this Arcadian. And there's also quite a few Robs around the Arcadian. I think our next match that might be marked for stream, yeah, it's going to be Ling